And Bon Aperitif, the new Woodbury restaurant, is cooking up a storm in our KARE 11 kitchen. You don't want to miss that. A great recipe and a great restaurant on the eastern side of the city, so that is good news. Well, welcome back. It's a taste of the Mediterranean in the KARE 11 kitchen this morning. A brand new Woodbury eatery. Aperitif is a casual place to enjoy a good meal with good friends, and Chad Grant is here. 1 month old. Congratulations. New restaurant right on Tamarack and 494, you were telling me.
Yes.
Absolutely. Aperitif is Latin for?
It's a digestive cocktail that's typically served before or after dining.
And Mediterranean is the cuisine of choice for you guys.
It is. We focus on a lot of food from Spain, Italy, Greece, and anything else that would come from the Mediterranean region. Primarily, we're focusing on those.
And there's a beautiful shot of there. Obviously, large bar area. How many people do you seat there?
In the bar, we seat about, well, overall, we seat about 260. We also have a patio coming up for the springtime that's going to have about 130 seats on it as well.
Wow, that'll really get you busy there, right?
Yeah, it should
absolutely.
Be fun.
Well, what are we making today? Because it smells fabulous, and you already have so many neat ingredients out here.
Well, today we're going to make a Cioppino, which is a classic Italian fish soup, and you find fish soups all over the Mediterranean. Ours we take from the Italian influences. Here we have some ingredients. The first step to making a Cioppino is making the soup base. And what we do there, we have some aromatic vegetables, red peppers, fennel, leeks, and celery.
Okay.
And we'll start off with a little grapeseed oil. You don't want to use an extra virgin olive oil when you do this because there's a lot of flavor going into it, so the extra virgin wouldn't come through.
Okay.
So we start off with a little grapeseed, and then we can add the vegetables.
So that won't mask any of the flavors, what you're saying, and that'll just kind of get it going really quickly.
Yes.
Okay. Get that going.
So you don't want the heat too high on this because what we're doing is extracting the flavors from the vegetables.
Okay.
And as they start to break down a little bit, the flavor just comes out, and it's really the base for the soup and the broth itself. And when we make the soup, what we do is we poach, kind of slow poach the seafood into the flavorful broth.
You have a whole bunch of it. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you're going to put in there?
Well, we have manila clams.
Okay.
We have swordfish, Mexican white shrimp, lobster, and bay scallops.
Wow. Is that the next step, or?
The next step is actually we're going to add some saffron, very aromatic. This is Spanish saffron. You want to add that because it bleeds out. The flavor starts to come out, so you want to add that a little bit early.
Okay.
And you'll see the redness of the saffron coming out as we stir that around. And then next, we want to add garlic. This looks like a lot of garlic.
It does.
Well, that's because it is.
I'm a big fan, so go for it.
So we love it.
Okay.
And we get
sorry, we have to hurry you along here because I know we have a finished product here. I really want to check it out. Okay, go ahead with the rest of the steps.
So the next step is to add the clams first because they take a little bit longer to cook.
So they're completely closed and they open up with the heat, right?
As they cook, exactly.
Okay.
And then the next lengthy thing to cook would be the swordfish. You want to put that in and make sure that that gets done.
This is a fun, like, Sunday thing to do that I think people are like, wait a minute, that might be kind of too hard, but this looks really fun.
It's actually really easy, and you can make a big batch of this and feed the whole family really simple. And the broth itself, if you are not a big seafood fan, it's very flavorful as a soup. So we'll add the rest of the seafood in there.
I've had it a couple times, and the best part about it is dipping the bread.
Yeah, exactly.
It is so phenomenal. And then what is the broth there? I see tomato base and...
The broth is pretty simple. We have, well, this part is reduced shrimp stock, and I use this in the restaurant exclusively for fish, you know.
So you'd buy a fish stock at the grocery store?
If you don't have shrimp stock, you can use clam broth. That would work. That would work just as good. We just...
I don't know if we'd have shrimp stock.
We have the luxury of working with shrimp stock.
Absolutely. Well, that's why you have to come and taste yours before you try to make your own, right?
Exactly.
And we get that. And then as you put up the final product, because we do have it all ready to roll, we have to note a couple things you brought. This is just beautiful. This, you said, is one of your most popular dishes, right?
It's very popular. It's a lamb ossobuco. It's a braised lamb shank. It cooks for about 3 hours in a very aromatic liquid.
Wow.
And then we use the sauce to accompany it.
What about this one?
That's a niçoise salad. It's a bistro-style salad, very popular in the south of France.
Gorgeous. And the green beans and cheese there?
That's a fun one. It's haricot vert green beans, which are baby French green beans, marinated white onions, fig vinaigrette, and some feta cheese.
We didn't get to the desserts, but they look fabulous. But before we go, why don't you bring up this dish here, because we want to just quick show us how wonderful that looks when it's all said and done. Oh my gosh, we'll dish this up. Julie and Bobby are on their way. We want to let you know that Aperitif is in Woodbury once again on Tamarack Road and 494. Oh my gosh, that looks so phenomenal. There's the recipe and also the address and the phone number. They do suggest you call for reservations because they are new but very popular. 651-578-3000. You can get the recipe and more information under clicking home or going to News and Saturday. Great job, Chad.
Thank you.
Good luck with your restaurant.
Thank you
and we
very
will
much.
be right back.
Great.
Look at that.